What is up YouTube? My name is Aditya and welcome back to my channel, The Indian Algo. So in today's video, I'll be discussing about few things related to algorithm, like what the market aims for, where the markets are, what's the view, and how we can understand the normal market structure and how we can use the institutional market structure. Okay, now this is very important. This is something that you need to understand, guys, that there is a big difference between market structure and there's a huge difference between, like, there's a big difference between market structure and institutional structure. Okay, so what we have studied as retail traders is that this is how the market moves, right? This is how the market moves. Now this is your market structure. This breaks, the price comes here, this is where it can respect, and then the prices will go higher, right? This is probably your break of structure. People write this as BOS, right? People write this as BOS. Yeah, but this is our normal market structure. How does an institutional market structure works? It's a little different, but yeah, it's only based on liquidity, and it's like liquidity hunting, and where the market has created liquidity, that is where the market is very likely to run. So this is what we'll try to understand today. Also, sorry, also we will try to understand few entry criterias for you all to be able to initiate trades that would help you a little bit in understanding your entry criterias and all of that, so you can use that as a strategy as well. However, the most important thing for you all to understand is market structure. Once you understand market structure, it will be very easy for you all to understand how to take trades and in which direction you're supposed to initiate or execute your trades. So this is a normal market structure, right? Now what is a what is a institutional market structure? Institutional structure is very simple, that the institutions, they will create liquidity, hunt liquidity, and they will aim for the highs that they have created previously. Okay, so the markets do only one thing: they will hunt liquidity and they will aim for the liquidity that is being created by the algorithm. So now if I tell you, this is how the algorithm works. It will create liquidity, it will hunt liquidity, and then it will go for that liquidity to hunt this as well. Now you need to understand that you are identifying this in an uptrending structure. Now this is where you all can go wrong, where you identify these equal highs, which is true, but you do not understand this, that this is an uptrending structure. So even if you sell this liquidity hunt, it is very likely to go against you most of the time. So this is where you all feel like these trades are not working in your favor, right? But if you apply simple market structure to this, you will be able to catch some good moves. All right, so now this is something that you should understand. So how do you define the bias? How do you understand where the markets can go? Let's go to the weekly time frame. Probably nobody has used weekly time frame as of now, right? So let's try to understand what the market is doing on weekly time frame. All right, so very nicely, if you see this, try to look your charts on weekly time frame. You will understand where the liquidity is hunted, where the liquidity is created, and where the prices can head in the future. Okay, so you guys must have not done this as of now, because nobody tells you to look at weekly time frames. But the institutions, they are only playing on the weekly candles and on the daily candles, and you are never suggested to look that. People just simply tell you that trade only in the direction of let's say trade only using 5 minutes, 15 minutes for intraday. That's all bullshit, guys. Try to analyze your charts as much as you can on the higher time frames as well. So I use weekly, I use monthly, I use daily time frame as well to understand what candles and what the markets are probably gonna do. So if you see this candle, these candles are very huge, so the price will eventually fall here to fill the void, to fill the imbalance. I guess you guys are not aware of imbalance, but I'll definitely cover that in the next video if needed. However, it's already uploaded on the internet by other YouTubers, so you can definitely have a look at it. But see this guys, this is where the liquidity is hunted. The price has already created, the algorithm, try to understand, the algorithm has already created liquidity right here. It will come back to hunt this liquidity most of the time. Okay, because see, there is no stop loss hunting here, right? The market is in a complete uptrend. The market hunts liquidity, simply goes back up. Now what you have to do is you have to identify your trades here. You have to identify your trading opportunities. Once you identify your trading opportunities here, you can be continuously longs. You can look up for continuous long trades in these setups. Okay, so this is how you have to prepare yourself, trying to identify the trend, trying to identify the liquidity structure, and use this, incorporate these techniques in your trading system. All right, I hope this is clear. Let's see more examples. Okay, let's see more examples. Okay, so let's see what do we have here. There is a little liquidity hunt right here. Liquidity is being created above as well. Sorry, it's not a clear structure. I will completely agree to this. It's not a clear structure, so we may not have got any opportunity here, so we can simply avoid this. Let's see what the prices were doing here on daily time frame. If there was any liquidity hunt on daily time frame, let's try to see. Yep, definitely we have this liquidity hunt on daily time frame. Looks pretty sweet, right? This is where, and this is where the liquidity will be hunted on a very obvious low or a very obvious high. So this is where you can be prepared. See, the trend is up, hence you will not simply start shorting this. It's a very dumb choice to short this. Okay, you have to go with the trend. So after this, when the confirmation is here, you can simply start looking for longs. All right, but this is where I know that you may think that the candles are not moving, but you need to understand that there is a supply zone as well. So this is where you need to understand a lot of things. Okay, this is where you need to understand a lot of things. And once the price takes out the supply, it simply moves pretty hugely to the upside. So guys, this is how you need to understand a lot of things, and it is gonna take time. Look here as well. Look at the amount of liquidity that is being hunted by this candle, and then the prices simply continues higher. Liquidity is also created. These equal highs are what, guys? See, the algorithm will work in a way that it will create equal highs. Okay, so these equal highs is where the people usually go short and put their stop losses. So you will see this very likely happening in most of the stocks, no matter if it's Tata Steel, or let's go to a different stock. Let's go to HDFC Life. All right, let's see what do we have here. Okay, such a sweet example, right? This is where the liquidity was hunted. Look at the highs. Look at this liquidity, guys. Look at this liquidity. Look at the imbalance that we have created by the market. This high liquidity has been hunted as well. All right, but understand, it has created a huge imbalance, so it's very likely to come back lower. Wait for the prices to hunt more liquidity on daily time frame. Let it hunt on daily time frame. Then when it's ready to go higher, go long. This liquidity will be taken out. The prices will touch this supply and fill this imbalance. If you missed what I just said, please rewind the video. You will understand a lot of things. This is what I explained. Liquidity hunting, price starts moving higher. Liquidity hunting, this candle hunts this low, starts moving higher. Okay, takes out this liquidity. Look at these equal highs. This is where the supply zone is. Price respects the supply zone. So the market is doing something. This is the liquidity, this is the institutional market structure. You need to understand there's a big difference between your normal market structure and there's a big difference between your institutional market structure. All right, so I hope you guys got a little idea about this. So this is all in terms of structure of the market. Now once you know and identified the market structure, all you need to know is identify your point of interest, where you are supposed to be looking for trade and all of that. So I have explained that in the previous few videos, like in the market trend, identifying the trend of the market, your point of interest is mentioned in that. Then understanding order blocks. So I've mentioned a lot of things. So try to combine all of it and then start trying to prepare or make a strategy for yourself. So now what I'll do is, I honestly hope this is clear. So you all can just simply rewind this, because I guess these examples were more enough for you to understand how the markets move. So even here, look at this. We have we have a liquidity hunt right here. The price confirms the liquidity hunt, and then it simply starts moving higher. Okay, so this is, once this thing is clear, you will probably start taking some good trades in the direction of the trend. Okay, now again you need to understand that where this liquidity is going to happen, where few things that has to be a little bit like you need to mark your proper support and resistances for that. Alright, so try trading using the a weekly time frame, daily time frame analysis, and then trading accordingly. Okay, so let's say if this is a weekly time frame candlestick. Okay, so I am not sure if you guys are aware of the concepts of void and all, but I'll try to cover it in the next few videos. I'll try to do it, because if you see this huge candle, this is where the markets can come back, so you can use this analysis as well. Now this is all smart money concepts, like not like people they term this as smart money concepts, but this is simply your the price will come back to fill the void. That's it. There has to, for every seller there has to be a buyer. All right, for every seller there has to be a buyer. So there was no buyer here on the right, so that's the reason the price came back up. So there's a very high chance that it will come back up here as well, and then it will decide what it wants to do. Now also if you see, there is no seller on the right side, right? So the prices can come back here and then it will go back up. So you wait for the prices to come back, and then when it is ready to go back up, you then trade it. It's not that okay, the prices can come back to fill this imbalance, so I will start trading it. Guys, that's not how things work. So you have to go with the trend. If you'll start shorting this, most of the time you will see very weak moves, but when the price is bullish, it will start spiking up very hard. Okay, so this is what you can use as your analysis in this, and it will definitely help you a lot. All right, so I pretty much hope that these things are clear. If you guys do not understand if you guys do not understand anything from this, all you can do is simply write down in the comment section which video or which topic do you want me to cover. I'll definitely try to cover it for you all. And now I have something very good for you guys to try to understand the algorithm behind your opening ranges of the market. Okay, so now we'll jump on to that. Okay, so before we move on to understanding these opening ranges and everything, stuff related to the opening ranges and how we can trade it, I'll show you a few examples of how these imbalances are filled, right? So if you see here, this is what I just talked about, right? This can be filled. Now if you see this candle, the imbalance is very likely to fill, so the markets come back to fill this imbalance. This is what I am talking about, and you can understand the direction using it. Now if you see, there is an imbalance created here as well, so now you know that the markets can go to fill this imbalance, but it's very obvious where you are supposed to enter. Don't try to enter here, don't try to enter the imbalance, don't try to enter a trade here to target this imbalance. Okay, try to enter where the imbalance started off, right? This is where you can enter back and target this high and this imbalance area. All right, so if you want to look at this candle right here, the imbalance got filled, right? Now how you're supposed to take or initiate trades, what is this day? This is 5th July, right? Now this is something that I'll discuss in the next session very elaborately. Ekdam अच्छे से I'll explain it to you guys, how you're supposed to identify imbalance and what is gonna be your trading setup, how you're supposed to trade and how you're supposed to understand. So I'll do one thing, I'll make a complete series if needed. If needed, I'll make a 2-3 part video for this to make you understand everything. But let's come back to today's topic, which is understanding the opening ranges and taking trades accordingly. Alright, so I'll just try to explain it to you guys so that you get an idea of what I'm talking about. So what happens is that as soon as the market opens, obviously the algorithm starts working. Okay, so now as the algorithm starts working, it will the opening range will work in a way that it will tell you that if the market is trending or if the market is sideways. Okay, you can identify this after looking at the opening ranges. Alright, so if I have to give you an example, if the opening range candles are small enough, okay, medium range candles, small range candles, small spread candles, it is very likely to give you a huge move up. But if the candles open up like this, huge candles right here, okay, spiking up, all right, so this day is gonna be a range bound day. This day is very likely gonna be a range bound day. So you're not very likely, you shouldn't be entering these trades. You should be avoiding these days. What you can do is you can enter these trades. Now there is a specific time to enter this. There's a specific time to enter this. There's a specific time to understand and avoid this. All right. So we'll be talking about such three patterns, and out of these three, only two are my favorite. So we'll talk about it. All right. So the number one is called. So these things, these patterns, these entry criterias, whatever you now call it, based on algorithm is. So I'm emphasizing more on algorithm because the market runs on algorithm. This is what I believe. All right. So now if you see here, this is you're gonna be your breakout mode 1. Now what is gonna be your breakout mode 1? Very simple. The opening ranges, okay, the candles will be smaller in size. All right, the candles will be smaller in size. So what you have to focus more on is looking at these candles creating a double top or a double bottom. Okay, creating a double top or a double bottom, and it will be all done. Okay, so I'll explain you everything, don't worry, I'll explain you how to enter this as well. But first of all, you need to identify this double top or a double bottom. So this is how it would look like. It will fall lower, go back up, touch this area around here, and then go back up. It won't hunt this low. All right, it will not hunt this low. Okay, so this is where you will get this particular move. Okay, you will get these particular candles creating a double bottom or a double top right here. Okay, so this is how it's gonna be, it's gonna look like. Now what you have to do is how you're supposed to enter, right? How you're supposed to enter this. Understand, I'm giving you everything for to enter these days, and these days are very likely gonna give you huge momentum, or at least 1:3 in your direction. Okay, so what you will do is once you understand these double bottoms and identify these double tops or double bottoms, all you have to do is mark the range. Now your range is going to be from this low to this high, and even here it is going to be from this low to this high. Now there will be some times that these highs, or somewhere here you will see a wick, you will see a wick here as well. Okay, so you don't have to consider the wicks. You will draw the range body to body, and as soon as any candle that closes outside this body, okay, I'll talk about the entry criteria as well if needed. As soon as any candle that closes outside the body, outside the range, and if the prices are above VWAP, we will use VWAP as well. In this case, the prices are supposed to be below VWAP, and there should be a range breakout. Once the price breaks out of this range, once the price breaks out of this range, this is where you will enter. This is where you will enter. You can keep your SL of this high, you can keep your SL of previous swing high or previous swing low. So in this case you can keep your SL of previous swing low, in this case you can keep your SL of previous swing high. All right, so this is your breakout mode 1. I hope it is clear to you guys. This is what we are supposed to follow in breakout mode 1. Let's understand what is breakout mode 2. I won't, let's try to understand this. Breakout mode 2. So your breakout mode 2 is going to be a little tougher for you to understand. I don't trade this much. I like trading these. These are very powerful. These are very powerful. You will understand why these are very powerful. All right, so this is what you will trade: breakout mode 1, breakout mode 2 at the range breakout only. You will enter these trades at the range breakout only. All right, and I'll also give you few analysis, understanding of analysis to when to avoid this and when to eventually take it. All right, so now if you see this breakout mode 2, right, so it's gonna look something like this. So let's say this is a bullish breakout mode 2. So the prices will go higher, create a high, it will come back lower, hunt this low, and then it will go back up, breaking out of this range. All right, so this is going to be your range. Now again the candles are supposed to be smaller in size. They cannot be wide range candles. So if you see this, that the market does this, comes here, and then it is trying to break out, no, it won't. It will simply reverse back. Alright, it will simply reverse back. So you don't get into such trades. You only have to get into these trades where the candles are smaller in size. Okay, now even here, when you are bearish, the price will create a low. It will hunt this high. It will come back and break this low. Alright, the ranges are supposed to be smaller. Alright, and you will enter once you see a breakout. This is important. You will enter once you see a breakout and the prices are above VWAP or below VWAP in this case. Now there's a specific time to enter this. There's a very specific time to enter this, and the timing to enter this is before 10:30. No trades to be taken after 10:30. Alright, no trades to be taken after 10:30, because after this the algorithm is gonna change. If you do not see momentum, if you do not see a breakout momentum, the algorithm will change and this pattern will turn into something else. Okay, this pattern will not catch momentum. If you see this pattern will not catch momentum. Instead it will start compressing and then it will fall lower. So you don't want to get into these things. So there are different patterns according to different timings. So I will definitely discuss that in future, but as of now this is what your aim is supposed to be, to understand how these small ranges and wide ranges work, and work in your favor or work against you. Alright, so I hope this is clear. I really hope this is clear. Let's understand the breakout mode 3. Now what is going to be your breakout mode 3? Let's try to see this, and you will be very amazed that these patterns are there every day in the market. You will identify these patterns every day in the market. Or let's say a breakout mode 3 is going to look something like this. So you will see this, the market will create 1 low, 2 low, 3 low, 3 lows. All right, and all these lows are higher than the previous lows. Okay, so you will see this, you can mark this 1, 2 higher lows, right? Higher lows, and you will see the market is inside a range. You will see the market is sorry guys, you will see that the market is inside a range, and what you're supposed to do is trade the breakout of this range. That's it. You're supposed to trade the breakout of this range. And what is the time that you will be trading this? Is gonna be between 11:30 to 12:30. Nothing after 12:30. There can be possibilities that these patterns work after 12:30 as well, but these are specifically specifically meant to be traded between 11:30 to 12:30. This is supposed to be traded before 10:30, and also this is supposed to be traded before 10:30. So I hope this is clear, and the vice versa is going to be for the sell side. So all you have to do is enter when there is a breakout of this, and you can use VWAP to understand if the prices are near to VWAP. All right, avoid trading or executing trades when the prices are very far from the VWAP. All right, let's say this is how it is. Okay, see, you can still get momentum, but then try to put your stop losses here. Don't try to simply put your stop losses here, because even if the price comes back, you will get enough time to exit your trades, right? But if you simply put your stop loss here, you will lose 1% right away. So don't do that. Okay, so if you get momentum, definitely you will get at least 1:2 or 1:3. Try to keep your losses small. That is very important. All right, so now you guys just go ahead and take a screenshot of needed. Let's come here. Let's go to any chart on 5-minute time frame. What I'll simply do is I'll go to session breaks and I'll just mark different days. All right, like this is how you see this. You see this, the market opens with a spike. Most of the time it is consolidating right here. So I will avoid this day. There is definitely a spike up, that's completely fine, but I will avoid this day. I will not trade this. I will also avoid this. I can go short in this, but that's a different thing. You don't have to focus on this. But if you see, this is where the prices are in a range, right? In a range. So you don't have to indulge in such trades. Let's see before this breakout. Okay, so prices simply broke out. All right. let's see this. This is breakout mode 1, right? This created a high, there is a low right here, the price breaks down to the low, then it, see, this is how you will mark your range. All right, this is how you will mark your range. This is where you are supposed to enter, but again, this was at what time? 11:25. We are supposed to initiate trades only when it is before 10:30. All right, only when it is before 10:30. So there is no entry, because see, eventually this is where, this is just a 12:30 spike, and there is a particular timing for this spike as well. So we don't want us to, this is because this spike is also based on an algorithm. Few of my mentees definitely know about this, so you don't want to indulge yourself in these trades, because from 10:30 to 11:30 or 12:30 you will see a spike, you will see an algorithm spike. Okay, algorithm spike. I'm so sorry, yeah, I mean, like, you will see a spike that comes around 11:30, all right, to 12:30. You will see a spike. So you have to be in this spike, and this spike will only come when you try to enter before 10:30. So if you are entering this trade at 11:30, it is very likely to give you a spike and reverse back down. So you don't want to get into such trades. All right. Let's see what else do we have. Now, if you see, we have small range candles. That's why we could get some momentum here. Small range candles, again, we got some momentum. However, we didn't get any entries here. Again, there was a huge spike, no entries here. That's a simple, what do you want to call it? Let's not talk about it as well. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, guys. If you see this is your 1, 2, 3. These are your 3 lows. This is your range, body to body, and this is where you are supposed to enter this trade. Put your stop loss somewhere here. Target 1:2, 1:2.5, and you will definitely get your target most of the time. All right, let's look at more examples, guys. Also, if we look at the timing is 12 o'clock, right? So we have to initiate this this trade like at between 11:30 to 12:30, right? This is what I guess I mentioned here. Let's see, I guess, yeah, this is what I mentioned here. So 11:30 to 12:30 is where we are supposed to execute this trade, nothing after 12:30. So if you see this scenario as well, this is where you can mark your number 1 high, number 2 somewhere here, okay, and number 3 is this. So if you see, the markets are creating these flat ranges. If I apply VWAP, let's see what VWAP is telling you. Alright, so the prices are very near to VWAP. You can simply, very likely, enter this trade and target these highs. Also, again, this is where the prices are a little far up from the VWAP, but you can keep your, so let's say you short at this candle, right? You'll put your stop losses a little somewhere here, and then you will target some good moves. So in this case, it did not really move much further, which is completely fine. Right, which is completely fine. So in few cases, so this will happen whenever you enter near VWAP. It will give you some good opportunities, at least 1:2. Okay, so this is what I usually aim for, and I've been doing this a lot lately. As in, I used to do this previously. Now this is very likely to be your double top. All right, now see this. Now why is this your double top? It looks like the price has taken out this high, right? But I mean, like, this shouldn't happen. But if you see no price closing above this, if you see no candle closing above this, you can still consider this as a double top. All right, and if you see, this is where you will simply mark this range. You will enter your trade when the range breaks out. Use VWAP, and you will see the prices are very near to the VWAP. Simply short at this particular candle. All right. So see, this is something that I have observed previously. So it has a very specific time. If you see, it is exactly, the breakout is exactly at 10:30. We are not trading anything after 10:30, right? So this is exactly at 10:30. So just make sure that you are entering these trades on, like, you're trying to understand what the market is doing, and then you are entering these trades. You're making sure that there should be some supply on the left, right? And if you see, there's a lot of liquidity hunted here, liquidity hunted here, and there is this supply zone from where the price eventually fell lower. So it's definitely a good area to short. Okay, so just try to use your analysis. Again, if you see this pattern, this is 1, 2, 3. These are your three higher lows, and you do get a spike at 11:55, which is the time slot that we have mentioned. Don't enter when you see these huge candles. Don't enter. Try to enter as much as you can near the VWAP. It will give you some good opportunities. All right. Now, if I look at this, this is high number 1, this is high number 2, this is high number 3. Now, if you try to enter this trade, you never get your entry, right? The price never closed below this, and once it is 12:30, when the prices have, like when the time has passed 12:30, you don't trade this. You don't trade this. Simply avoid it. All right. This is definitely your double top, but look at the time of breakout, 11, 12, 10. We will not take it. We won't trade 11, 10. So this is again, the breakout is not as per what we were looking for. Again, no trades here. This is kind of your double top, but again, avoid this. These are huge candles, right? Avoid this. Let's see if we have any other examples in this case. This breakout is at 10:45, but it's not your double top. All right, this looks sweet, right? Look at this. Small range candles in a range itself. This is what you are supposed to be trading, guys. This is what you are supposed to be trading. Look at these. So the range is gonna be, so people mark this range, wick to wick. The ranges are gonna be body to body. All right, so as soon as you see the breakout of this body, this is where the breakout of this range, this is where you can simply short and put your SL right here. So this is your double top, right? Number 1, number 2. So it's actually triple top, but eventually breaks out at 10:30 exact. So the candle breaks out at 10:30 exact. You can enter even 10:35, even if it gives you an entry, that's completely fine. Okay. So I hope you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say here. This is something that has kept me profitable for a long time, and then I moved on to more frequent trades. This is something that my previous mentees used to learn, and now they have learned few new concepts, so they don't really trade this. But again, this is something that is very powerful. So if you can use this, so if, let's say, I'm not asking, so this is something that I showed you randomly, and most of the trades are going in your favor. All right, once you understand, get this in your head, once you understand and use this with the trading techniques that you know, okay, that the trading techniques that you have mastered, once you apply it all together, you will see changes. Definitely you will see a lot of changes. Definitely. Let's see what time this breaks out at 11:15. I would not prefer to trade this, or like on based of these entry criteria, I won't prefer to trade it. But if I definitely get a supply zone here, which is very nice, but also make sure you apply this concept as well. If you see this is a small range, right? But most of the time when the ranges are huge, when the ranges are very huge, you don't try to take a trade in that. The markets are very likely to not give you a move, or probably hunt your stop losses. So don't try to get into such trades. All right, just focus on trading your these, like just these ranges. This is also a range, but if you see the range is pretty huge, there is a breakout, huge breakout, don't enter. If the breakout is very far away from the VWAP, don't enter. All right, let's move to a different chart. All right, so I guess we have it right here. This is pretty good. 1, 2, 3, and if you mark this range very near to the this VWAP, and we get this huge upmove. Alright, so this is what we are supposed to be trading. Just try to understand your entry criterias, and just make sure that you're only entering, like you are making use of your analysis as well. Let's go to different chart. Let's go to Tata Consumer is not that good. Let's go to Tata Motors or Tata Steel would be good. Let's see. Alright, so if you see this, let's try to understand this. This is, let's say this is your 1, this is your 2, this is your 3. Okay, this is your 3. So if I mark this, you can definitely enter this trade and it may not go in your direction. Okay, it may not go in your direction. Okay, so you have to be prepared for that as well. Just make sure, see, this is where you need to be very careful, right? Also, just try to understand, like if you try to understand this, okay, no, I guess this, let's not justify this trade did not go in your direction. You will have to accept it. All right, now if you see this is your double top. All right, this is a double top, and if I simply mark this up, this is gonna be a range. The price breaks out of the range and falls lower. So this is how you will be treating these lows. Let's see this. What do we have here? This is 1, this is 2, and this is where the range creates 3. The breakout is at 12.55. We will avoid this. It went lower, but that's completely fine. We will avoid this. Okay, so even if you wish to trade other than the timings that I have mentioned, just make sure that you are with the trend. Okay, just make sure that you are with the trend. Once you are with the trend, you will definitely get some good moves. Okay, so let's see this. Yeah, okay, so see this, guys. Gap down creates 1 high, creates 2 high. This is where you get your entry, right here. Okay, it is before 10:30. You enter this, exit somewhere here. Just book your profits and get out of the trade. Let's see what else do we have. I guess we had a trade here as well, right? See the ranges. The ranges are very small. This is your 1 low, second low, third low. Price breaks out of this range and goes higher. All right. This is what you're supposed to be understanding, that when is the right time to initiate a trade. Okay, what time this breakout occurred? 12:20, right? Before 12:30, so we can definitely enter it. Now, if you see this, let's say we have this low, this low, this low, but the price never broke out of this range, so there was no entry. No entry simply in this scenario. Now, if you look at this, the breakout is after 12:30. Now, this is a completely different pattern. It just simply continued it. It's way lower. I would get an opportunity to trade this if the black EMAs, if you guys know about wavy tunnel, if the black EMAs are higher and the red EMAs are supporting this move to the downside, I could definitely short it somewhere here. Let's see what the EMAs are doing. Wavy tunnel, if you are aware of wavy tunnel, guys, so this is what I use. Yeah, so the black EMAs are here and wavy tunnel is continuously, but still avoid this. We are not discussing this. Just make sure that your what we have discussed is something that you can follow and use it in your trading systems. All right, for entries, that's it. You can avoid, you see, look at this. This is actually a double bottom right here. All right, so look at the candles, small candle range. This is important. Once you get these small candle range, the prices are very likely to go higher. Okay, let's come here. Let's see what else the market has for us. All right, I think so these examples should be enough for you all to understand how these things work at a particular time only. Like if you see the breakout, you will see a breakout only at a particular time. Look at this breakout, it's at 11 o'clock, right? So I would prefer not to trade this breakout at 11 o'clock, because I've told you, like there is some spike that occurs at 11:30. So these candles do not have much time to go in our direction. Comes back and then it spikes up again. Now that is a different thing. So I will avoid this trade. I would only enter if the breakout is between 11:30 to 12:30. Alright guys, so I hope these examples are enough for you all to initiate trades. If you see this one, we have 2, and we have 3, and let's see what time did this breaks out. This candle, it breaks out at 11:40. All right, so this is where we will enter. Don't enter the candle that do not close outside. So this is the candle that you will enter. 11:40 is definitely a good time. just make sure and try to understand with this that how much area does the price have. If you see this imbalance, the price definitely have a lot of area to fill, so you can definitely use this. But when you are taking trades on other, like let's say we have let's say we have let's say we have, where is a good example, just make sure that you know about your least resistance area. And how do you understand it? Let's say we have this. All right, so if you see how the price was in a range right here, so if you're trying to look for a trade, it will spike up, go into this, and it will fall back lower. So try to enter trades when there is this imbalance. So if you get your pattern somewhere here, it has a very high opportunity of filling this imbalance, as I spoke about it in the first section of this video, guys. So I hope this is something that is helpful to you guys. Okay, so I'll do more of this. I'll try to so in the next video, what I'll do is I'll explain you guys the imbalance and how to use the weekly candles to plot your trades and way to execute this. All right, so you can use this strategy in that as well. So you can simply go to the weekly time frame. Let's say if I go to the weekly time frame on any chart, all right, so if you see this imbalance, this is what I was saying, that the prices can come back to this imbalance. So now let's see, most of the time this candle will be filled by 50%, all right, more than 50%. So this is where I would look to trade my buying opportunities. So if I simply mark it, and if I look on the left, there is something that is providing me some sort of confirmation. All right, so those are going to be your demand and supply zones. That's it. But I'll explain you, I'll give you more examples, and we'll understand this concept more in depth. All right, so you can definitely look for your trading opportunities there, and it should work very well. So guys, I'll finish my video right here. I hope you guys like the video, so please make sure you guys hit the like button, share this video as much as you can, and please don't forget to subscribe. This will help me to create more such good content for you. Thank you so much, guys. Have a nice day.